Welcome everyone. Greetings to lovers of freedom, good people of Biafra. Ndewonu, ndewonu, Moshukwu, ndewonu. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, depending on your time and zone where you are watching us from. We are here live. This is Nelly's TV. Please, if you come into this or you come across this video, please do us well by clicking the like button. As you do that, may God bless you. When you do that, you are helping the channel to grow because it will enable YouTube to push it forward. All right. And if you have not subscribed, please don't just watch and pass by. As you watch, finish, click the like, click the subscription button and subscribe. Biko nunu ka ọ na-aga aga o. Onweghị ihe ọzọ anyị nọ na-awụghọ ịgbasa oziọma nwere onwe. Biko ka ị na-abata, just click the like button. First thing, click the like button. Yawụkwanụ na imebe subscribe, biko ime subscribe. You share ya gbasa the oziọma by sending it to your friends and loved ones and call them to come and join live. Kai career, okay? Let everybody learn the voice. On a wooden none I won't line, nobody will come in to speak. Let us reason together. All right. Thank you all. Thank you all. As you join, may God bless you. Greetings to all of you. Our prayer is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free. May God, the God of justice, the God whom he served, deliver him, as he vindicated and turned the table upside down. What they had in hand, ihe ha ji n'aka na-achị ịma ya ikpe ọnwụ. Jehovah wee mee ya, tọnụọ ya, everything wugharịa. So I don't even know ebe anyị kara ịnọ by now. Mana anyị nze Chukwu. Ekele dịrị Olisa. Ya nwa mere ya ni, o wee tụgharịa. Ọ ya wụ agbachi izu agbagharịa ka anyị na-etu ya. Ndị iro gbara izuzu mana Jehovah wee gbagharịa ya. So we know that he is still at work and will perfect it. We pray also to our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa. May God intervene in his case too and shame the enemy, shame the zoo. All right. And more especially, we pray for Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere. May God continue to grant him the grace, the wisdom, and the enablement to keep pushing. Every bridge in your own agano as obstacle to hinder. Anyị ji aha Chukwu Okike na-akwapụ ya n'ọnụ ụzọ, na-akwapụ ya, kwara ya kwapụ na Nigeria, maka na ebe ihe na-adịghị mma na anọ. All right. So America, we pray, we hear Mazi Nkere with everything he is asking them and come to the rescue of Biafrans. Anyị ataghị ahụhụ rie nne. We have suffered a lot and we need to be free. Let us live like human beings. Okay, so before we further, let us play our jingle to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yesterday was a day to submit his petition. Ndị Nigeria. Onye na-ebu Nigeria ofu aka na-amaghị what they are capable of doing.
Biafra is all he asks for. Every night and day he's shouting and pointing to one direction. But his own people are blind and saying it's causing division. Tell me why someone will sacrifice his life for you and I? Tell me why out of sight has become matter of mind. He's asking for nothing, accusing but not for these people emancipation. No. There is a breaking news to those who never knew. Permit me to give you a clue. In the morning sun will rise. There is a breaking news to those who never knew. Permit me to give you a clue. The morning sun will rise. He lost daddy and mommy and he live for nothing, doesn't care about nothing and abandon his family. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Take your time and think what is going through. He doesn't want to give up but to protect you. Even when they throw him African choo-choo. Oh no, yeah. Bring up the cannon now. Let me hear you sing. Bring up the cannon now. Bring up the cannon. Bring up the cannon.
Hey, APM is live.
You hate him because of envy. We love him, he's one and only. We follow him because he's ready to die for the freedom of his people. Whatever he said is a prophecy. Take it or you live in it and you believe. He's so fanatical and ever ready to die for the freedom of his people. There is a breaking news to those who never knew. Permit me to give you a clue. In the morning sun will rise. There is a breaking news to those who never knew. Permit me to give you a clue. The morning sun will rise. Bring up the cannon now. 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 Bring up the cannon everybody know my job is singing. Bring up the cannon, yeah. Bring up the
cannon, yeah. Oh God of mercy. Okay, let me change this. Let me swap immediately. Okay, I think. Oh God of mercy, my program has been obstructed so many times. Where is Sonny Nanyuku? I think I've just brought this thing out. Oh God. Where is it now? I think I've just said she sent me now. Okay. Hi. Oh God. You see what can be a mercy saw before. Ebe Mazi Sonny na Abiasi late. Oh my goodness. Where is it? All right, let me.
Just imagine the union go on strike for 6 months. Even 2 months, what happened to the economy? 2 months, what happened to the economy? You will see the government running around trying to negotiate, trying to meet up the mind, trying to make deals. What happened in the United States of America? The government shut down. You see both the Republican and the Democrat, bombing to each other how to solve the problem. They have to make a deal. They have to come to a round table. They have to agree on certain things. That is exactly what is happening. If the entire nation, just for 1 week, sit at home, what do you think will happen to the economy? What do you think will happen to that country? No airline going out and coming in.
Oh God.
No government office is open. What do you think will happen? All these so-called terrorists, whatever will stop. The government will be forced to do the right thing. The power, when we say the power is in the hand of the people, that is what we're talking about. Not just some few elites. We cage millions of people. And these millions of people, some of them, not all, some of them will decide to remain like zombie. When you say zombie stand, zombie will stand. Sit, zombie will sit. The power belongs to the people. If the people revolt, if the people say enough is enough, even these Benue people, I don't know if they can come across this. If the Benue state, if they sit at home for 1 month, Plateau sit at home for 1 month, Kwara sit at home for 1 month, what do you think will happen? The governor of that state will be forced to call the federal government to a round table. Sitting at home is a power for the people. That is your weapon to demonstrate your displeasure. We are not sitting at home for Nigerian terrorist state. That sitting at home is to cripple the businesses of Nigeria in Biafra land. That doesn't mean that Biafra land belongs to Nigeria. Canada can have businesses in Taiwan, in Japan. If they don't obey the law and rules of Taiwan and Japan, they will be evicted. That is what we are doing. Thank you very much. COS, you can go ahead from
before COS speaks the mic, invariably, APM, you're letting the world understand and the entire Nigerian people that the civil disobedience is a very vital and active tool that can be used to quench the government's terrorism as a tactics.
I think this is the #1 weapon that the people have. When I say the #1 weapon, is more effective more than protest. Because when you are protesting, some other businesses are open. But if the whole business is able to shut down in a single day, you shut down the entire system, what do you think will happen? Just like a motor vehicle, you drive in a car, and the engine of this vehicle just shut down. What do you think will happen to that automobile? Won't move nowhere. Because the people are the government. Because they have in their hand. The people can move mountains. The people can decide their fate. The people have the power to do whatever they want and to make sure they're shaping their future. But they allow some few elites that enrich from their, from their ignorance, because some of them, I would say, they don't know the kind of power or how powerful they are as the people that made up the government, because the people elect. Without the people electing these officials, the officials as well going nowhere. Just like a day of election, when you go to the polling booth, there is no single one to cast vote. What do you think will happen? It don't matter how you rig that election. It will just send a message that nobody voted. Take your camera to that polling booth. Maybe you only, out of, if you're expecting like 10,000 or 20,000 in that polling unit, no one at the polling unit. Then tomorrow someone will come and say 20,000 voted from polling unit ABC. How does that happen? So automatically there's something fishy in there. That means, whatever happened there is not just done the proper way. Thank you very much. The power belongs to the people, so the people can make decision what they want, if they want freedom or if they don't want freedom. But Biafran people sitting at home is a big tool. You use that to cripple and to make decisions of what you want. Thank you very much. COS, you can, I think you can go from here.
Yes, just to add real quick to what the APM has said, and to point out or buttress on when he's talking about the power belongs to the people. Earlier, I reminded our people how we took away 20 million votes out of over 25 million people that registered to participate in Nigerian 2023 presidential election, right? We displayed the power of the people in that very sense. And how did we go further to even show that the people of Biafra have accepted Biafra and the power has changed? The power in our own campaign for people to vote for their referendum as the Biafra Republic government in exile with the de facto government in homeland organized. We gathered over 50 million votes after taking away over 20 million votes from Nigeria. But I'm not going to go in all that line because my APM has done justice to that. I just want to say this, Madison, and to every Biafran, and to the rest of the people who live in Nigeria who are going to come across this. The only solution that you're at the end going to adopt that would make effect in Nigeria and their system and the way they treat you will at the end of the day be sit at home. 2020, they killed you in Tollgate, Loki, in Lekki Tollgate. Afterwards, Showore and the 1 million march, they arrested people. I don't think they killed anybody then. Just a few days ago, a few of your fellow Nigerian citizens were protesting, I think, in Kwara State, and 2 people were killed. At the end of the day, the only thing that will stand against the terrorist Nigerian state that will not cost you your life, since you're not ready for a true revolution, the only thing you're going to end up using is going to be a sit at home. And when that time comes, Biafrans would already be very used to it, and we will come back to remind you again. That's all I want to say about that, Madison. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable COS and His Excellency, the Acting Prime Minister. I have another one to throw to you. The US government has given Nigeria a dice on the table, and it goes like this: abolish Sharia law, abolish the Ishba law, abolish everything jihad if you want us to support Nigeria to exist. And then, if you don't do this, what do you think will happen, and what does it simplify to Biafran people and to every other person in Nigeria who actually wants to be out of Nigeria, as it to exit or to evict Nigeria from their homeland so that they can have their freedom? Over to you, sir.
You know why I'm laughing is because behind me here, I'm always proud of this flag, and with this beautiful flag as well. This flag here, if you can see, UK flag is not here because it can never be here.
Never.
British flag, because that's what people know what I don't know. Because they have spoken. US understand what is happening. I so much love United States of America and their leadership. Yes. And this is their time. UK time is over. They didn't, they do what they have to do at the time, but they didn't make good friends. They didn't use it properly. Rather, they aligned with terrorists. Yes, look at the whole country in the world that is supported. They always support the terrorist side. And United States of America already know the game plan, what exactly that is happening. I remember that years ago, there's intelligence reports from US top of officials about the game plan to Islamize the region, the whole region called territory of Nigeria, which Biafrans, we already exited, by the way, because we know we can't be in a terrorist country. And they tried to make Nigeria a safe haven. And after making Nigeria a safe haven, if you listen to a great Secretary of State, Marco Rubio yesterday or day before yesterday, these terrorists, they consider America as the big Satan, then Israel the second devil. So their plan, all the whole plan is to attack US first. United States of America. They believe they are threat to their agenda. And little do they know that United States of America is actually saving humanity. For those that believe in heaven, after heaven is USO, because they are only the one stepping up. What is happening between the Israel and Hamas? US, they step up to intervene. What happened between the Houthis from the Mediterranean Sea, where they are disrupting the trade ships crossing through their territory? US stepping. What happened? What is happening between Iran and other like Syria? US always stepping. Look at what is happening between Ukraine and Russia today. United States of America still stepping as mediator. Even as few days ago, the sense of envoy to have meeting with Putin just to bring peace and stop killing, because thousands of people are being massacred. These people that are being killed every day through these wars, they are human beings like me and you. No one deserves to die. So US have been a peacekeeping government or country of the world. So they are basically the police of the nation. So, and they understand that if they don't checkmate what is happening in that terrorist country called Nigeria today, it will be tough on them. It will be very, very hard on United States of America if they allow this caliphate to stand from Sokoto to whatever territory they will be able to overrun. United States of America will be attacked. So US doing what they are doing, they understand the game. But hopefully, let's see if Nigerian terrorist state will abide and abolish Sharia law, of which it will not be possible. So they hold them on their own brokers. And I don't know if I know that word that is not appropriate, but I understand. So the Nigerian terrorist state, they won't be able to abide by the law or by these rules. Because at the end of the day, Nigeria is a lawless country. They already have their game plan. Their game plan is to Islamize the whole region, make Nigeria an Islamic state, and attack the West from there. So US already know what they need to put in place. But at the end, Nigeria must be disintegrate, dissolve, because it's never a country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, APM. Honorable COS, do you believe or do you think that the Nigeria Islamic State will agree to disband something that they have already instituted into their constitution, which they amended in 1999? Something which they have given the authority to the terrorists to slaughter. You haven't seen this spray of the genocide of Christians in 1998, 1997. But it became very vicious after the 1999 Constitution Amendments. So from 2001 going, they gave them the power in the Nigerian Constitution. And yesterday I played a video where they were debating last year to even give them more power on the Sharia inside the Constitution. And they had to go into disagreement and they shuttered the house. Do you believe that they will bow to this, or will they prefer to uphold to their jihad and Sharia?
First of all, ndị Igbo si na ọkụkọ tọgbọ kwọ kwọ ka ihe ọ ga-eji wee zụọ ụmụ ya. That is a sound and a gesture that the mother hen does to protect and to provide for its children. The very case we're talking about, the Sharia law, the Hezbollah, and all those tools that they have embedded in the Nigerian constitution is the main food, the main channel through which Nigeria is committing its indigenous genocide in Nigeria. That is the reason why they want to expand Sharia law to every side. So they will use that Sharia law to capture the whole place. That is the essence of a Sharia law. You go to the United Kingdom, they have over 50 Sharia laws, or Sharia codes, and that is why they're able to capture the place. So Nigeria, for no reason, there is nothing on earth that is going to make Nigeria to drop Sharia law. It's like telling Nigeria to accept the genocide against Biafra between 1967 to 70. That is how hard it is for them to stop what they are doing already. I mean, do not forget, even as the Congress were debating on the issue of Nigeria, they were convicting our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with a non-existing law. So Nigeria is lawless. The UN gave them 6 months to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. They didn't obey it. So it's a system that runs on lawlessness. There is no way Sharia law. It's not a possibility.
So if they refuse, do you see that as a license to every emerging nations? Or do you see that as a license to the U.S. Department of War crushing in on the terrorists? Because American government have discovered the root cause of the problem. Yes, like you rightly explained. That is a license that has allowed them to carry out all the genocide. And it is on this same basis that American government, as we speak now, are looking for every Sharia ethics and practices in America. The US Congress have sat and then they said they are designating every Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization, and they are going to look for every affiliated group that has anything to do with Sharia. So when Nigeria says they will not disband their Sharia, what do you foresee about the guns are blazing coming in from the US Secretary of War? And what do you also foresee about emerging nations? Because Nigeria has been seen as the worst place for Christians to live.
So I think what you see here is a trap. If you ask me, it's a trap for the Nigerian terrorist states, and they are going to fall in it, no doubt. It is a display of high intelligence from the United States Congress, knowing fully well that Nigeria will hardly do this. It will give full access to the United States government to step in and intervene in this disaster that is going on in where you call Nigeria. Sorry, APM, go ahead.
Yeah, and there's some intel for, I think, U.S. I have so much respect to U.S. government as leader of free world, because before you lead the whole world and make decision, you have to know what you're doing. So this is, it's a process of disintegration. Yeah, a country where you have a Muslim region, Christian region. If you and U.S. is not coming to tell the Muslims in Nigeria to stop practicing their practicing their religion, or to stop worshiping their God, Allah, or whatever it is, since you have the 12 states of the Muslim 12 states that practice over 70, 80, 90% that practice Islam, they can have their Sharia law. We have no problem. We Biafrans have problem with that? We don't. Then when you come to the southeast, which is Biafra land, we are Christians, we know we have our own way of life, and we worship our God and have our law. So the Muslim territory that are Muslim states, they can go with their Sharia law. Then when you come to the Middle Belt, the over 70, 80% or 90%, if I'm not mistaken, are also Christians. Then if they say they don't want Sharia law, then they can have their own separate country. So if Lagos State decide to say they want Sharia law, they can join. They can join the 12 state that is already practicing Sharia law and go form their Sharia country. So the Christian countries, states, we go and worship their God and have their own country. Then that is actually, this is the easy way to just disintegrate or dissolve that country. Let everyone go their separate way. You love Sharia, you love your Allah. Okay, you go with your Allah and your Sharia, because we Biafrans will not accept that. If we say we live in a secular country and we have 2 or 3 different laws, it don't work. So I think it's a good strategy by United States of America, of which it will be very, very easy to help our cause as well. Thank you.
Thank you, APM. We hear that Nigeria has a population of about 200 million. And then we also know and hear that Biafrans are over 80 million. So if Biafrans are over 80 million, is it that the Yorubas are just 50 million, then the remaining are the northern state population? Because this is where they use to deceive everybody. Honorable COS, how do you juxtapose the fact that Christians, when you add them up of the Biafran extract of over 80 million and the Yorubas should be up to 80 million as well? Yes. So where does the number of the population that the 12 northern states overpopulate the Christians in Nigeria comes from? Because in all the narrative that has been going on for them to be able to downplay the reportage of the Christian genocide, they say, oh, they have the highest number, and our APM has on regular occasions tried to correct this narrative. Honorable COS, what do you have to say, please?
Yes, you know, from the beginning, the Nigerian state has never had a reasonable census. From the beginning, the British government, they distorted the first census Nigeria had, gave a higher number of the population of the people to the northern region. But then, you see the irony of it, when it comes to election like the 2015 Buhari election, they go out to bring in, which is how they brought in the Fulanese, bring in people to vote to up their number. In the real sense, I think the territory called Nigeria has over about 230 million people, or within that range, right? So when they talk about Christians being killed and them having the large number, you come to the north, all the Kwara Plateau areas, they calculate them, they try to tell you that all these people are Muslims. They have a large number of Christians in all these places. And those are the people that are being targeted. Those are the people that are being massacred. And even as a Muslim who does not agree with them killing other people, they come after them. So that's how they downplay the number. They downplay the number of the people. They downplay the number of the people in any territory, just to make it look like their crimes are not being committed. You know, Mazison, that reminds me, there is a video of Nigerian terrorist-sponsored jihadists killing and throwing people in a well-constructed water well in the north. Who calculates these people that they dispose in this manner? That's a dumping well for them. Who calculates all the people that they put in such wells? These kind of wells exist in places in the north where they either feed their animals or their farms. So they meet these Christian farmers in these places, slaughter them, and throw them into the well. The census in Nigeria has never reported the number of people that exist in the territory. But when you hear about Christian genocide, Yes, we agree we have the largest number, and you believe that more Christians are killed. So you know that you're killing more of our people. Even when you go in that north, they still aim the people who are bearing Igbo names. Or in any way that you're not Hausa, you're in Nyamri or whatever they call you, and you're also a target. So they have always inflated the number, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable COS. APM, I have one last question for you. I know you have a very tight schedule. So before you run, let me throw this very one. And to cap up with what our COS said, that very well is the kind of well we grew up to see in our village, where we used to stay with our grandmothers. That well that they dig it so deep, and then when you go to fetch water, there is one angle that you will be doing like this, the water will be coming out from one side. So instead of these people using this well for the best of it, they are now turning it to a dumping well where they dump human beings that they slaughter. The entire world should hear this and take note. Honorable APM, His Excellency, the man that have destroyed the zoo in a diplomatic way. Do you feel satisfied that after your appearance in the U.S. Congress and after you submitted the congressional testimony, and then Biafrans with you in the Capitol testified before the Congress, and then American lawmakers are acting according to the point by point that you stipulated in your testimony? Do you feel accomplished, or do you feel that you are not doing enough for the Biafran people at this time?
Before I answer this question, let me just revisit this population census, whatever. You know, it's all political motivated censorship, census, I mean, that they have been using from time immemorial. So everything the British government have done from day one is how to make not the majority. And they count both their cattle, cows, everything. So they're trying to undermine the South. So it's just, just trying to boost the numbers of people in the North, trying to portray the northern part of Nigeria or wherever it is as the most populated area. And remember the Middle Belt as well. We're talking about the Middle Belt. Some part of Benue State are actually Biafrans. All these parts are just carved to boost, just to divide and make the Biafran territory like the smallest or the less populated area of the region. So, and at the same time, Christians population the population of Christians are higher than the Muslims. So they try to, sometimes you hear 50-50. Christians actually population in the entire region of Nigeria and Biafrans. The population of Christians, I would tell you, is about 70 to 30% with fat. Because if the Middle Belt, you can record from 80% being Christians, so of which you actually you have less than 10% Muslim. And even in the far north, you still have some like 10 to 15% that are Christians. So most of this killing that is still going on are the areas, are the Christian communities that refuse to be conquered. So that is why you still see this major attack from the Middle Belt area, especially because they refuse to be conquered, and also some part of the north. All these are politics that are played by the British government. Just like yesterday, I was listening to a news where California, they try to do whatever they will do to get more 5 districts so they can get more Congress people from that district. And this from the Democrat Party. Then the Republican Party also tried to do likewise itself from Texas, with also 5 districts to mash up to make it 5-5, so that no party should cheat each other. So all this have to play with politics. So if you go to the north, the way the population and everything they are giving to the North, they're trying to make the North have more numbers of votes and more number of elected officials. So it's all just politics. Then going back to what happened in Washington, D.C., is historic. And at the same time, I feel fulfilled in a way that we are progressing. It's a gradual process. It can happen overnight. Gradually, Washington is getting the message. Washington is doing the right thing. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm really, I'm really happy the step that United States of America, the leader of the free world, have taken. This right here, I respect this very much, because I haven't seen any country in the world that are stepping up for mankind, for humanity so far. The United States of America, they might not do everything perfectly because we are imperfect human beings, but at most they score over 50 to 70, 80% in carry out their duty as a leader of free world. We are not perfect, so we don't expect them to do everything perfectly. Sometimes some point finger and say, okay, what about what is happening in America? They have their own problem. Yes, they do. They have their own problem, and they still carry the problem of the entire world. It's not easy. So we applaud them and really appreciate them, and we want them to do more. And more is still coming. The government shutdown is over. This month we'll be having some top high-level meeting in Washington. And if you go on Twitter, you'll find out that a lot of Biafrans that are now following some of the congressmen and women. So that's why, whenever they tweet, you always get the feed from your own Twitter page. So Biafrans are actually now waking up into this political world arena and how politics work. So I just want to, appreciate every Biafrans, and especially the delegates of Biafrans that showed up on the 18th of September for our first congressional hearing. I really want to appreciate, leaving their tight schedule, some travel, some spend 2 days on just trying to get to Washington. Going back, they also spent 2 days, and our senior citizens as well. Biafra is here. That's all I can say, and I'm fulfilled. And I also want United States of America to do more. So we have to appreciate them in what they have done so far. I think so far we are in the right direction, and I'm glad that we align ourselves with leader of the free world that is taking care and doing what it's supposed to do as the leader. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable APM. And Honorable COS, this one comes to you as your last question. You all gathered in the US Congress and educated them. And then something happened, and something is happening today. And then here on the screen, we have the US lawmaker John James speaking. Has there ever been a time that a US lawmaker is commenting on Biafra issue? If you were not there to educate them and to submit the congressional testimony, will this have happened in your lifetime?
Mazison, to answer this real quick, Mr. James' testimony speaking here was a very, it's a bold move. I'll put it that way, right? But the barrier breaker to all of the people you hear speaking today, all the people you see on Twitter talking about the need to move into Biafra and have a military base, The barrier breaker is that 18th of September congressional briefing that we had. It was like a push to all the events that our APM have been going, all the meetings that he's been going. It's like to put a face to all that has been, all the applications that has been appeal that has been made to different congressional men and women. That is what it is. So I believe the 18th of September was not a day that any Biafran will ever forget. It is a day that every Biafran will hold dear to our hearts because it's a day that we broke a long-standing barrier between the Biafran quest and the United States Congress. It is a day that the United States Congress accepted to hear from us directly. So without that, I don't think a lot of this will be happening today. That's what I'll say to that.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Honorable APM, do you still have more time, or we should relieve you for your other meetings on the table?
Yeah, I think it's very important we talk to Biafrans because this time around we cannot allow what happened in 1967 to 1970. How I wish I'm in the office downstairs. I could have shown you some images, maybe to reflect to just so some Biafrans need to please. For those of you that know what happened from 1967 to 1970, it's not over yet. It's still playing, and if we are not careful, it will repeat itself again. For this evil man called Boris Johnson, people like that, I don't really like to memorize their name either. Because for him not to even visit the places where Christians have been killed in other regions of that contraption called Nigeria, because this same Nigeria is the same British government. They are still the same people that put this camp together. They never designed it to benefit the people of Middle Belt. They never designed it to benefit the people of Biafra. They never actually designed it is to benefit them, the British government, and of which they intend to use the North to achieve their aim or objective or their goal. Till today, they are still making the oil from our resources without even trying to look and to see how they can improve the life of the Biafran people. The British government till today have not come and even condemned what happened from 1967 to 1970, how they killed Biafran people. So I don't know, using a kind of word that I really feel like I'm comfortable against these people. I don't know how evil, even devil, Satan himself, I don't think Satan will actually behave like that. It's just so bad. Please, Biafrans, we cannot allow what happened from 1967 to 1972 happen again. They use the same Labour Party, they impose through Nnamdi Azikiwe. The same Labour Party again, Obi. They have a playbook, they have a template. Their template is just to disrupt our freedom, to stop Biafra from being free. They never meant well for us. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, here in the screen. Why didn't they go for him? Why didn't they talk about his release? These people, I don't know if I will call the elite of this British, if I will call them devil. Even worse than devil. Why can't they have human sympathy? If they want to do a genuine business with Biafra people, we are ready for genuine business. Make your profit, we'll make our profit. As long as Biafra first. If you come to us, we will do business with you, have a good handshake, but not coming to kill us, take everything we have from us. Please, Biafrans, wake up! Wake up! Go to UK today. They have a steady electricity, steady light. I demonstrated last time about light. When you turn the light on, light will be everywhere. You turn it off, darkness. We are still in darkness in Biafra land. We're trying to exonerate and get out of that darkness. We deserve to be light. We deserve to be, in our flag here, you can see the symbol of light. We deserve to live. We don't have to take permission from British to live in this earth. It's God, who created us. Please let us all unite and fight for our freedom. These people, they are on it again. If they meant well, I don't see any reason why after United States of America, Canada, and other well-meaningful countries, we condemn what is happening in that terrorist country about the genocide against the indigenous, whether Christian or whatever, it don't matter. Nobody deserves to die. But this man called Boris Johnson did not even come and condemn the atrocity, even if it is one person that is killed. No human being deserves to die. Boris did not condemn it. Few years ago, the ambassador from UK or British or from wherever to Nigeria actually campaigned in Nigerian soil for the people of Nigeria to come and unite. Good luck, Jonathan, quote from Tafawa Balawa, that the British, that Boris Johnson tried to unite people of Nigeria, people of that region, but it's not working. They are on it again because they see that United States of America, the leader of the free world, have stepped in. UK, time up. Pack your load and go. They have their own problem. The same terrorists that they love so much, they wine and dine with. They are in Amsterdam. I'm sorry. They are in Liverpool. They are in Manchester. They are everywhere in UK now. Let them go and deal with that. If they love them, they can give Boko Haram free visa to UK, ISIS, ISWAP. But the citizens of UK, I don't think, we Biafrans don't think that's what they want. That is why we encourage them to step up, speak up. They need to speak up against their government, against their elite, those that are going to bring harm to them. Because if they don't, what's going to befall UK will befall both the innocent and both the evil ones that are bringing this this calamity that will be fall upon them. Thank you, Minister.
Thank you, APM, and thank you to Biafran people. We really appreciate all of you, and we want to make one thing clear. If the same UK government and what's it called, France, came out to say they want to recognize a Palestinian state, while the dead bodies of the babies, women, and children in Israel, which were massacred by the Hamas terrorists, were yet to be returned to Israel. I want people to understand the point here. The dead bodies that the Hamas terrorists massacred, slaughtered, those dead bodies were still in the hands of the Hamas terrorists. They have not released those dead bodies to Israel to go and bury their dead. And then UK was the first country to come out and say they are recognizing these same people that slaughtered these babies, women, and children. I don't know why people should be celebrating UK. Because we, the Biafran people, we have seen what they have done to us before now. And I think if they did not do before to Israel, the one that they just did in this September, when they came out to say they want to recognize the same people that massacred the babies of Israel and they have not returned the dead bodies back to Israelis to bury. Then maybe it was a new thing to some other people. But I also want to remind people that there was Holocaust. Which people were behind that Holocaust? Aha. So Biafran people, your freedom is in your hands. And we love the fact that America has come to correct the wrongs and to clean the mess of Britain. Because when you check around, Britain are the countries that have done so much evil in the entire world. Where there is genocide, massacre, who spearheaded it? It is Britain. Who supplied them the weapon? It is Britain. Who colonized them? It is Britain. What is Britain going for? Their oil and gas interests, their mineral resources. How can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be a British citizen? Now, let us connect something. Showore was not a British citizen, right? Showore, the children and the wife are in America. So let us say, if Showore was not American citizen, but the children of Showore are American citizen, then because of the fact that Showore's children are American citizens, when Nigerian terrorist government locked him up, incarcerated him, because of the fact that Showore's children are American citizens, American government had to speak up to Nigeria and warn Nigeria and say, if anything happens to the father of American children, if anything happens to the father of American children, you will hear it hot. But here is a man who owns a company in America, supplies labor to America, contribute immensely to the economic system of America, to the UK government, supplies labor and then even populate the economy of UK. And he has a passport of UK. Till today, nobody hears the UK government say, this is what we are saying. This is what we are saying about our citizen that was kidnapped by Nigerian government. Rather, what they are looking at is the oil and gas interests. Biafran people, we call on all of you to obey and observe the lockdown that is coming up on the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th of December 2025. It is not targeted at you as a Biafran. You are the one that is carrying out this civil disobedience against the Nigerian terrorist existence. It is a powerful tool that we have identified, which you have to use in the eviction process of the Nigerian occupiers in Biafra territory. So educate your people. Call your mama, call your papa, or tell your mama, tell your papa, tell your friend, tell everyone that you know, and let them know that that outrage that you all expressed when you had the pronouncement of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu death sentence, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment, then Boko Haram 20 years, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu death sentence, life imprisonment. You all enraged in the media when it happened. It is time for you to express that anger now. Yes. And you're not going to the street to protest. You're not going to fight anybody. You're not going to make noise anywhere. You are just going to stay in your house in a systematic way and speak in the language that Nigerian terrorist government will understand. The questions I threw to my APM here was to clarify something for some people to understand. And my honorable CEO has answered many of them. That if the Nigerian people, if the Nigerian Christians in the far north, in the middle belt, in the western part of Nigeria, had hearkened to the instruction of protests with civil disobedience, shut down all activities for a month if you are a Christian. Don't go out, don't come in. Shut down the airline, shut down the banks, shut down the churches, shut down the market, shut down everything. What you have seen today that has escalated to this point wouldn't have happened. But some of you said, oh, go to Lekki toll gate to protest is the solution. You see, when Biafrans give you an antidote for something, you ignore. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had professed all this while educating the Nigerian people, but they turned deaf ears to it. And then Biafran people have also been educating you and say, civil disobedience is, and it is what you need. But what do people do? People say we are very stupid. You guys said we are very stupid. But it is that same message that has liberated the Biafran people. Biafran people are not packing their loads to run out of their lands to go to Cameroon to seek refuge. But today you are packing your loads to leave your homes to go and seek refuge in Cameroon. While Biafran people have been using a multidimensional approach, which you were fighting against and calling us all manners of names. The names you have been calling us have protected us. Our Biafra Defense Forces have stood their ground and have done the needful. We call on all Biafrans to come and join the fundraising tomorrow and also on Sunday to make sure you support Biafra freedom. It is our freedom and nobody will do it for us. The same way we've been doing it all this while, it is what we have to continue to do. The Zoo Nigeria are crying because the strategies we've used has always worked. And that is why kidnapping of over 300 that happened in the Far Northern Middle Belt is not happening in Biafra land, because there is existence of Biafra Defense Forces. Come and support your freedom, because your freedom is in your own hands. Honorable COS, you may have something to say as we try to round up. No, we can't hear you. I think you're
Can you
muted.
hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yes.
All right. I wouldn't try to take much more of our time. I just want to remind our people what our brother in Ambazonia, the barefoot soldier, said. It's not just to to redeclare the restoration of independent state of Biafra. It is to defend it. And for us to do that, nke mbụ bụ eje, nke abụọ eje, nke atọ eje mma. There is high need for everybody to come together for us to fund our freedom. It can be, there is no way we're going to say it and it's going to be too much. If Ukraine is looking for funds, if everybody who is fighting a war today in the world is seeking for funds, there's no reason why Biafra that is fighting would not be seeking for funds. And the best way to fund our liberation is by the people coming together. In unity, we will be able to do what we are supposed to do. That's all I have to say. See you tomorrow on our Thanksgiving, on our fundraising, where we do what we do best. Thank you so much, Marvin.
Thank you, COS. And our Honorable APM, your last words as we shut down the program.
Honorable Minister of Information, thank you, and the COS. And thanks to everyone that have tuned in today. We really appreciate you. Your freedom is in your hand, not in my hand, not in the hand of America, not in the hand of Mazin Namdekar, not in the hand of anybody. Your freedom is in your hand, and it will not be given to you in a platter of gold. You decide your freedom, not me. Not even Chukwu Okike Abiyama, not God. Because we have to ask God to give you your freedom. You have to tell God what you want. Whether you want to be free or you want to remain slave. It's in your hand. Just like when you pray to God Almighty, you pray, you ask Him what you want Him to do for you. You have a point of prayer. If you want Him to give you salvation or to have mercy upon you or to favor you for one thing or the other, you specifically ask for that. You ask. If you want to be free, you walk towards it. Your freedom is in your hand by your support, by you funding your freedom in extension to your dear loving country, in extension to your people that you love so much, Biafra. So together we can all fund our freedom, and be free. We don't want what happened in 1967 to repeat itself again. We can say that the British Empire, they are not giving up. Even if Shawore, a one Nigeria list, can even realize that Nigeria is mere British investment. Nigeria is mere British estate, real estate. You know, when you have a real estate, maybe you have a tenant where people pay, you know, the Nigerians are paying rent to the British. So they want to keep making you, taking your resources. They never want you to be free, especially Biafrans. Please, let us all fund our freedom. And it's time for all of us to unite. We understand there is division here and there, but we can always come together and do what is right. We know who is who. We know those that are fighting for Biafra. There is this particular man that have been against what we are doing for some time. But he's now start to praise our action, start to praise everything we've been doing from Washington. And once upon a time, this man talked some evil things against even our lobbyists. The same man today is praising our lobbyists. The same man today is even trying to contact our lobbyists by phone. But just a few months ago, he is one of the enemies. People like that, if they want to repent and come back genuinely and support the freedom, they need to display that and make known that they have repented from their evil way. No one is Biafra than anyone. We are all Biafrans. It's our duty to fund our freedom. If you think you can do whatever and get away with it, that will not work. All the illegitimate governors parading themselves in Biafra land will hold you accountable one way or the other. You might think you are free today, not forever. And the evil ones, those that are sabotaging what we're doing, please desist from it. It's not healthy, it will do you no good. If Biafra is not here, if what we are fighting for is not genuine, or we are not doing what we're supposed to do, do you think that Boris Johnson will come yesterday? What he was doing yesterday in Biafra land is to send a message to the world that there is no genocide. But I don't know why this man did not visit the IDP camp in Benue, in Plateau. They specifically choose Biafra land, where our defense force are doing everything. They are fighting from morning to night, sleepless night, trying to protect the land of Biafra. If Biafra land is not protected, this evil man called Boris Johnson will not come to Biafra land. He should be ashamed of himself. When Peter Obi started his campaign a few years ago, Boris Johnson, I believe he is the prime minister then. Yes, he is the one Peter Obi met with in Down Street, in number 10 Down Street in UK. The same Labour Party that killed Biafrans in millions. Please, my fellow citizens, we are glad that we are working with leader of the free world. We are proud of what they have done so far, and we expect them to do more. Tomorrow is our fundraising. Tomorrow we'll be out tomorrow before we will come public for a few minutes. Then after addressing Biafra, we'll be off air. And while the fundraising is going, please don't forget your freedom is not in the hand of Mazio Gechukunkere. Your freedom is not in the hand of our COS here, Mazia Mwobi. Your freedom is not in the hand of Honorable Minister of Information, Mazi Soni. It's in your hand, your own hand. That's why you have to fund it. You have to fund your freedom and save yourself, save your mother, your father, your children, your wife, your husband, your uncle, nephew, niece, and also save humanity. Because freedom of Biafra will also help in making this world a better place. Because Biafran people, we are pro people, we are pro humanity, we love humanity. We display the love of God. We want you to live and we want to live. We don't terrorize. Anywhere in the world you go, you won't hear that Biafrans are invading any one community or beheading people or forcing people to leave their religion to worship the Biafran God. Of which Biafran God is Chukwu Kabiam, the God in heaven, Jehovah God. Of which we Biafran Christians, we believe in everything that God created. And we also don't believe that we can coexist or with devil, with Islamic jihadist terrorists, because we have tried, it never do us no good, rather pain. And please come tomorrow, support your freedom. Our website is open 24/7. Fund your freedom. Your freedom is in your hand. Honorable Minister of Information, please let Biafrans really see this face of this evil man called Boris, because what he did yesterday is to come and mock Biafran people. Come and mock us after killing Biafrans in millions. Look at him. He looked like a wizard, a very wicked one for now. Look at the man here. Imo State is peaceful. Who made it peaceful? It's the Biafran people, the Biafran Defense Force. After they have massacred Biafrans, till today they even work hard to correct it. Their evil will catch up on them. All UK citizens, all UK patrons, they need to rise up against this evil elite. If not, what will befall UK, they will be partake of it if they did not speak up. Thank you very much. Thank you, my fellow citizens. Our freedom is in our hand. It's not in no one's hand. Don't let no one deceive you that America will give us our freedom. They will only support us. They will help us, not to give us. They will help us to be free. We will be free by ourselves. We will give ourselves the freedom. Because if United States of America come and say, this is your freedom, and you refuse to take it, you can only take a horse or donkey to the stream, but you can't force that horse to drink from that water. So we have to take the freedom. We own the freedom, so we have to take it. Thank you very much. Thank you from me.
Thank you, Honorable APM. And we say bye to
Thank
all
you,
our
PM.
viewers. And see you all tomorrow. They will.
Möchtest du deine Website erstellen, indem du sie einfach beschreibst? Mit Wix kannst du's. Lass uns bei den KI-Farbdesigns anfangen. Alles ist möglich. Knallig leuchtend, minimalistisch, elegant oder etwas, woran du gar nicht gedacht hättest. Beschreibe einfach die gewünschte Stimmung oder